Good morning. If you want to see how we reinforce these lightweight shelves so that we could store heavier wood and other heavy stuff on them, stay tuned because that's what we're going to do today. Good morning. This is one of those videos where I do the intro after the project's already done because I didn't know exactly what we're going to do. But today we reinforced those lightweight shelves we built over a year ago, and you know, the idea was we're just going to store light stuff on there, cleaning equipment and camping gear and fishing gear and all that stuff. Well, you know, that didn't work. You know, I need stronger shelves, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to fix those shelves. Now we're also going to work on the boat a little bit, do a little reorganizing, dump some gravel, but we're not going to get any of that done unless we do what? That's right. Let's knock off the chit chat and get to work. Here's a problem. About over a year ago now, we built these lightweight shelves, and we were real proud of them because didn't use very much material. They're real strong for the amount of material we're using. And all I was going to use them for was storing camping equipment and fishing gear and, you know, heaters and, you know, fluorescent lights and steaming stuff and that kind of stuff. Well, that was a big mistake because over time, I have wood I need to store. I've got piles of wood I use for handles and stuff, and there's more wood there. More wood there. More wood there. So what we need to do is I need to rework these shelves and add some additional bracing so that I can put heavier stuff in these shelves. First thing I need to do is take this boat out of the way, and then I brought my old chop saw and some other equipment out here. So let's move that boat first. What I got on the boat is actually part of my building material for the reinforcements. Most have been sitting here for a year and a half, and my dogs have dug holes underneath it. Remember when putting those post holes in, and I had some sandy soil. Check it out. This is what the soil's like. It's just powdery sand. Now I'm going to clean the rubble out of the shelves. Tell you what I'm going to do. I was going to take everything out of these shelves, think what I'm going to do is move all the stuff off of these shelves here on the right side, work on these first, and then move everything over here and then work on those. That's a smarter idea, wouldn't you say? A fellow in the comments told me that I was building these when I originally built these, building them too flimsy. I don't know why I replied, but he was right. I think my reply to the guy was that I was just using it for camping gear. How naive is that? Since this wasn't designed to ever be re-braced, probably, what I've had to do here is put a 2x4 underneath the sheeting on top and then put this cross brace here. I couldn't just put something under there and attach it here and at the end because there was no nailers. So I've attached this as a nailer. So this is how the system goes in. I got the nailer across there and then the 2x4 tucked under there. And I'll nail this tucked in 2x4 right to that 2x2. I'll tell you the truth, this was supposed to be a kind of an easy project while I work on harder projects. But it's not turning out that way. I'm going to add gravel to this underneath this shed roof. I get this gravel in 1,200-pound bags, and my trailer is only good for 1,600 pounds. So I'm pretty much at the limit. Remember about 1.5 years ago, we finished this boat, and I haven't taken it out for a test drive yet. But anyway, I want to start keeping this boat outside. But what happens is the water falls down on the cover and gets big pools in it. So I'm inventing some cover stays that'll hold the cover up so water won't collect on it. I'll keep working on the gravel, and I'll come back when something interesting happens. The system I'm using to reinforce the ends starts with a 2x4 placed across the end, and then I'll nail it from the top. Let's do that. So after I get that brace 2x4 clamped into place, then I nail it from the top. Now that 2x4 under the end stiffens it pretty good, but it's not good enough. I need to tie it into the legs. So we do that with this second 2x4 that's nailed at the ends, and then nailed into that 2x4 we put in. Perhaps the biggest sin of these shelves is that the outer braces are just held with screws. So all the weight of that part of the shelf is just held by a couple of screws. We're going to fix that right now. Now these shelves haven't failed. These screws, I mean, this system has actually worked unbelievably, but it doesn't look very good, and I don't feel comfortable putting heavy wood on these shelves with this system. So what I'm doing to solve this problem here at the joint is to install this piece of 2x2 underneath the shelf edge on each one of these, and then put nails down through the top, and then I'll be adding additional bracing down here to carry the weight to the floor. Let me go ahead and put these 2x2s in. Here you can see that some of this strapping material here has got kind of a bow to it, you know, where it's sagging. Let me show you how I'm fixing that. Now, I'm probably not going to get all the sag out, but by introducing these clamps, that draws it up tight, and the strapping then will conform to the straightness, whatever straightness I have in this 2x2 here. So now I'm going to nail it down through the top. So these pieces along here, they take up for the slacking and stiffen the edges, but they're really not supported at the ends. And it doesn't solve the problem of taking the weight off the screws. So what I'm doing is I'm putting additional vertical bracing between this stiffener and the floor, and I'm cutting them exact and driving them in so that there's no gap between the vertical brace and the stiffener. Well, I got all the braces in here for the shelves against the north wall. Now I need to start working on the smaller shelves over there. I have the same setup over here. I got the 2x2 that's holding up this edge, but now I need to direct the weight from this 2x2 down to the floor. So I'm wedging these additional 2x4s into this corner. Well, that'll do it for Memphis Monday 236. We made some progress on making the stays for the cover stays for the boat. We also moved the boat outside. We got a nice trailer load of trash. We Put a load of gravel in here. Move this old chop saw outside. It's going to give me a lot more space if I don't fill this up with a boat. And then our main project was reinforcing these shelves. They were originally lightweight shelves designed only for camping gear, sleeping bags, fishing gear. But of course that was a mistake, because what I really need is a place to store wood, and a lot of it's really heavy wood. So I hope you got some takeaways, and thanks for watching. Well, that does it for another Memphis Monday 236, the 28th video of year 5. We're past the 6-month time frame. We don't have time for a shop tour this year. I don't think. We got too many things going on. But I had to fix those shelves. I thought it was going to be an easy project while I worked on some harder projects, but ended up working on that thing for about 3 or 4 over the course of 3 or 4 days. So it didn't turn out to be as easy as I thought, but I hope there was some takeaways. Maybe the biggest takeaway is perhaps you need to make things stronger than required. I didn't do that. I was going to store light stuff, so I just made light shelves. Well, didn't work. But anyway, like and favorite and share and comment and all the stuff you know on the internet. Most important, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.